While most men chase shadows and beg for scraps of attention, the Stoic man stands alone, building an empire within himself. You've been lied to. You've been told that your worth depends on her validation, her approval, her presence. That lie has made you weak. Listen carefully. Every moment you spend hunting for external validation is a moment stolen from your own greatness. Every text you send seeking her response, every plan you cancel hoping she'll notice, every compromise you make to earn her smile, you're trading your power for pennies. The world doesn't reward the desperate. Nature punishes the needy. While you're out there performing like a dancing monkey for her attention, other men are building themselves into forces of nature. They're not seeking, they're becoming. And when you finally look up from your phone, from your fantasies, from your pathetic pursuit, you'll find yourself standing in the shadow of men who chose a different path. Here's what they don't want you to understand. Attraction isn't negotiation. Respect isn't earned through servitude. Love doesn't bloom from weakness. The very act of chasing repels what you're trying to catch. The very desperation you feel broadcasts your inadequacy to the world, the battlefield of modern masculinity. You live in an age of broken men. Men who've forgotten that their ancestors conquered continents, built civilizations, and carved their names into history not by seeking approval, but by becoming undeniable. Your great-grandfather didn't send 20 texts asking if she was okay. He built something worth defending. But you've been domesticated, trained to seek permission instead of taking action, taught to apologize for your ambition and minimize your presence. You've been convinced that humility means making yourself small, that kindness means sacrificing your goals, that love means abandoning your mission. This ends now. Step 1. Reclaim your internal kingdom. Step 1. Master your internal kingdom. Your mind is sovereign territory, and you've allowed it to become occupied by thoughts of her. Every moment you spend wondering what she's doing, who she's with, whether she's thinking of you, that's territory you've surrendered to an external force. A Stoic man's thoughts serve his mission, not his anxieties. Marcus Aurelius didn't waste time wondering if the Senate approved of his decisions. He focused on what he could control: his actions, his discipline, his character. You must do the same. Stop checking her social media. Stop analyzing her messages for hidden meanings. Stop constructing elaborate scenarios in your head about your future together. These are the habits of a slave, not a sovereign. Instead, redirect that energy inward. What skills are you neglecting? What knowledge are you avoiding? What discipline are you lacking? Your attention is your most valuable resource. Spend it on assets that compound, not fantasies that drain you. Step 2. Build your fortress of solitude. Step 2. Embrace solitude as your forge. Weak men fear being alone because they haven't built anything worth being alone with. They need constant external stimulation, validation, entertainment. They're addicted to the noise because the silence reveals their emptiness. But solitude is where strength is born. It's where you confront your weaknesses without witnesses, where you build your character without applause, where you discover what you're truly made of. Seneca spent years in exile, and it was there that he wrote his most powerful philosophy. His isolation became his laboratory. Create space between yourself and the world, not to hide from it, but to prepare for it. Use this space to read the books that challenge you, to practice the skills that define you, to build the habits that will serve you for decades. Every hour you spend alone and focused is an investment in the man you're becoming. Step 3. Construct your legacy daily. Step 3. Your daily actions are votes for the man you're becoming. Every choice either builds your character or erodes it. Every decision either serves your mission or betrays it. There are no neutral moments. While other men are crafting the perfect message to send her, you're crafting yourself into someone who doesn't need to send desperate messages. While they're planning elaborate gestures to win her attention, you're planning your next level of excellence. While they're waiting for her to complete them, you're becoming complete. This is not about becoming cold or emotionless. This is about becoming complete. A complete man doesn't seek, he attracts. He doesn't chase, he creates value so compelling that others are drawn to him. He doesn't beg for love, he becomes worthy of it. Step 4. Master the art of indifference. Step 4. Cultivate strategic indifference. This doesn't mean you don't care about relationships or connection. It means you care more about your integrity than their approval. You care more about your mission than their opinion. You care more about your growth than their comfort. Epictetus taught that we must distinguish between what is up to us and what is not up to us. Her feelings toward you, not up to you. Her choices, her responses, her decisions, not up to you. Your character, your discipline, your excellence, completely up to you. When you master this distinction, you become free. Free from the anxiety of trying to control the uncontrollable. Free from the exhaustion of performing for approval. Free to focus your energy on what actually matters. Becoming the kind of man who naturally attracts what he wants instead of desperately chasing what he lacks. Step 5. Become the prize. Step 5. Understand that you are the prize, not through arrogance but through excellence. Not through ego, but through achievement. Not through boasting, but through building. Most men approach relationships from a position of scarcity. They believe good women are rare, that they're lucky to get attention. that they must compete desperately for affection. This mindset makes them weak, needy, and ultimately unattractive. But a man who has built himself into something valuable approaches from abundance. He knows his worth because he's earned it. He knows his strength because he's tested it. He knows his character because he's forged it in the fire of discipline and self. This man doesn't seek her, she seeks him. Not because he's perfect, but because he's purposeful. Not because he's without flaws, but because he's actively improving. Not because he doesn't need anyone, but because he's become someone worth needing. The transformation here. What happens when you stop seeking and start building? You discover that the energy you were wasting on pursuit becomes fuel for creation. The time you were spending analyzing her behavior becomes time spent perfecting your craft. The emotional investment you were making in someone else's choices becomes emotional investment in your own growth. You become magnetic not through manipulation, but through mastery. Not through tactics, but through transformation. Not through pretending to be valuable, but through actually becoming valuable. And here is the paradox that weak men will never understand. The moment you stop needing her validation is the moment you become worthy of her admiration. The moment you stop chasing her attention is the moment you become worth paying attention to. The moment you stop seeking her is the moment she starts seeking you. The ancient Stoics understood something modern men have forgotten. Your power lies not in getting what you want, but in becoming someone worthy of what you want. Your strength is not measured by what you can obtain, but by what you can build. Your worth is not determined by who chooses you, but by who you choose to become. Stop seeking her. Start building yourself. Stop chasing external validation. Start creating internal value. Stop waiting for someone else to complete you. Start becoming complete. The world belongs to men who build, not men who beg. Excellence is your birthright, but discipline is the price. Pay it daily, pay it silently, pay it without complaint. Your transformation begins the moment you stop looking outward for what you can only find within. Hit like if this struck something real. Subscribe if you're ready to build. But more importantly, close this video and get back to work. Your empire won't build itself.